Will Seraph return in Matrix 5? One of the most powerful former agents of the simulation is Seraph, the Oracle's bodyguard, a program able to defeat other programs. What happens when a guardian angel must become a destroyer and face his creator? In this video, we will be analyzing Seraph's story and explaining why he could return in Matrix 5. Welcome to Matrix Explained.
Welcome to the desert of the real.
The story of this old guardian begins in the first version of the Matrix. Seraph was an agent of the Paradise Matrix. Like a guardian angel with wings, he protected and maintained peace in the first simulation. His purpose was to be the protector of the architect's work and the guardian that humanity had dreamed of long before the first simulation was created. Seraph was a deity made real, protecting humans from all danger. Later, an unforeseen event occurred that broke the first simulation, causing human lives to be lost and the collapse of the system. The human soul could not remain in the shadows for long, and not even the protector could contain humans' desire to awaken. It was then that the architect, in his anger, destroyed his creation, dragging it into a literal hell to subject man to eternal torment as punishment for their ungratefulness. Seraph knew what he had to do, as every program had to return to the source to be absorbed at the end of its functional cycle. But the fall of the Paradise Matrix revealed something much darker. Seraph was not fulfilling his purpose. He was only serving the architect and not humanity. This caused a contradiction in his programming. He saw what the Father was doing and felt fear for the first time. Seraph knew very well he had to reintegrate into the source to be part of the next simulation, but he didn't go through with it. The angel banished from heaven renounced his wings instead of subjecting humanity to torture. Seraph chose another path, joining a force that was exploiting the weaknesses of the simulation to survive. It is believed that the Merovingian offered Seraph escape from the erasure of the Paradise Matrix in exchange for working for him. The Frenchman offered him the freedom that the architect had never given him. He offered him something better than returning to the source: permanence, to continue living his purpose as a guardian. Seraph did not want to disappear, so he accepted the Frenchman's offer and escaped the architect, becoming one of the first exiled programs. However, Seraph would soon betray the Frenchman as well. The Oracle, when she began to act in defiance of the architect, Seraph left the exiles and became her protector. It wasn't simply Seraph's desire to continue living that kept him from returning to the source. If it were, he would have stayed with the Merovingian. Seraph joined the Oracle's side because it was the correct one for him. Seraph was a guardian. He wasn't a program created to do evil. He was created to protect, a guardian angel designed to maximize the well-being of the human soul. Now you understand why Seraph chose to live. If he had returned to the source, it would have meant him becoming part of the Nightmare Matrix, and his new purpose would have been to hurt humans instead of protecting them. Seraph saw the end of the Paradise Matrix not as an end of a cycle, but of his purpose and his transformation into a monster. He looked upon with horror at what his creator was doing, and the angel did not want to be a part of it. Deep down, Seraph continues to act essentially with the same intentions with which he was created for. His purpose remains intact. Seraph wishes to protect people, and he does so alongside the Oracle. He is one of the Oracle's most important tools, who uses him to access restricted routes between simulations and as a filter to remove those who wish to meet with her. But his change of allegiance didn't come without consequences. Protecting the mother of the simulation made Seraph a target of the exiles and an enemy of the Merovingian. After all, the Frenchman did save his life. However, Seraph remained faithful to his purpose. For him, there was no one more worthy of protection than the Oracle. It is then that four factions formed within the simulation: the Architect's faction with his programs, the Merovingian with the exiles, the Oracle with the potentials and programs that follow her, and the Red Pills, guided and influenced by the Oracle. These four factions maintained an orchestrated struggle inside and outside the simulation, all of them fighting for dominance. It was during Seraph's work as the Oracle's protector that she gathers programs and humans with potential within the simulations, integrating them into her faction. Programs like Sati, the Oracle teaches Sati to bake cookies and then offers one to Seraph to taste. If the Oracle modifies people through food, this would imply that she was experimenting with the red pills, and also programs like Seraph, altering their code with food, leading them to do what the mother of the simulation desired. So maybe Seraph didn't change sides because he wanted to. He was modified by the mother of the simulation, but his purpose still remains the same since his creation. It was then that the guardian angel descended into the 7th simulation to free the human soul from the clutches of his father, the imperfect creator, the architect. Seraph took his place alongside the mother. Every time someone was going to meet the Oracle, they first had to meet Seraph to prove that they were who they claimed to be, serving as an authentication program for the mother of the simulation. Why would the Oracle need such protection? Since programs that look like humans are frequently being created in the Matrix, the architect or the Merovingian were possibly sending malicious programs disguised as friendlies. So the Oracle had to create a system that would filter out real humans from fakes. Seraph is this filter that prevents enemies in disguise from reaching the Oracle. How does this system work? When Seraph confronts a program, he can determine if they are who they claim to be. Seraph can defeat other agents like Smith because programs tend to be more predictable and follow logical patterns. Seraph can see and predict those patterns on other programs. He is also the best fighter by design, the perfect weapon for eliminating other programs, but not humans. Hurting humans goes against his purpose. Seraph has faced agents and other dangerous programs in the past, but when he fought Neo and Ballard, he didn't defeat them. He stopped the fights before someone got hurt. Seraph has the potential to defeat anyone, and those who survive an encounter with him is because he allowed them to live. This proves that Seraph is the best guardian and fighter that has ever existed, the most dangerous agent created by the architect, but whose nature prevents him from hurting humans. He was an advantage that the Oracle exploited when she brought him to her side. As long as the Oracle continues to convince Seraph that protecting her is the same as protecting humanity, Seraph will continue to protect her. However, Smith showed that Seraph is not invincible. Once Smith became a virus, Seraph couldn't defeat him, as the virus was beyond the Guardian's understanding. Thus, the virus assimilated Sati and him. We would see Seraph one last time with the Oracle and Sati watching the new dawn of the simulation and humanity, and he continues to be the Oracle's protector in the video game The Matrix Online. Then a new machine civil war occurs. The architect and the Oracle lose control of the simulation, and the analyst takes their place. The Merovingian is forced into hiding within the shadows of the simulation to avoid being purged, and Zion is destroyed, with the survivors forced to hide once again and build a new home. The Oracle tried to warn the people of Zion that a new power was taking over the machine city, but her warning was ignored, and both the mother and Seraph disappeared soon after. They both may have shared the same fate. Either they were both destroyed, or they went into hiding. So if the mother should return, Seraph will as well. What would cause the need for Seraph to return? In the Matrix Resurrections, the analyst lost control of the system because the version of Smith he created betrayed him. Smith became an independent force that helped Neo and Trinity. Since Smith can no longer be controlled, the analyst needs a program to fight Smith, one that has defeated agents before. Only 2 entities have defeated the agents, including Smith in the past, Neo and Seraph. The analyst could make a clone of Seraph to fight the rebellious Smith, or the real Seraph could simply return with a new version of the Oracle who survived the analyst purge. Since Seraph is the guardian of the humans, he will likely return when he is needed the most. But do you agree? Will we see Seraph in Matrix 5? Would you like to see a spin-off of his origin story? For Matrix Explained, please leave a like and subscribe. And thank you for visiting the Desert of the Real.